director for Scalar School of Technology. Sahiti, are we good to go? Let me know if we should start the session. Okay, so we need another 1 or 2 minutes. ठीक है. So in the meanwhile, I'm just going through some of the questions that are coming in the Q&A tab. So everyone here, the way this meeting will work is that you see this questions tab over here, right? You will have to go and add your questions there, and you will have to upvote other questions that you need answers to. So what I will do is that I will ensure that any answer which has more than 3 upvotes, I will answer those. Okay? So that's the format of this, so that the most upvoted answers are solved for. All right, great. So I think we are good to go. This is also being streamed live on YouTube. So no matter where you're watching from, all across India, I'm sure. Very warm welcome to all of you all. My name is Manmeet Singh Akali, and I'm the program director for Scalar School of Technology. I'll just maybe do a quick introduction, and then we'll go on to do the Q&A. So I've been with Scalar for about 4 years now, and most of these 4 years have gone into building Scalar School of Technology right from day one. What should be the name, who should be the teachers, etc., etc. Before this, I ran a startup. It was called Clarity. So I'm an ex-entrepreneur, and that startup got acquired, and then post that, I ended up joining Scalar. Right? I'm also a computer science engineer myself. So I've gone through the traditional education system, and I understand the challenges. I've been a coder. Sometimes on weekends, I do code these days as well. Okay, my voice is not clear. Yeah, I think Yogesh is saying आवाज नहीं आ रही. Can the others also not hear me? Just let me know with very clear. Okay. Yogesh, एक बार if you can just check your internet, that will be super helpful. Okay, chalo. So let's get going. Like I said, the session is an ask me anything, meaning आप कुछ भी पूछ सकते हो, anything that you want to know about. And on the right hand side, you can see a questions tab. And having said that, let's get into it right away. I don't want to start with a formal presentation, etc., etc. We can like discuss anything that you are wanting to learn. So just give me 1 second. I'll share my screen so that others can also know what question I'm looking at. Okay. Chalo, so let's look at Rajit Sahu's question first. Rajit's question is that what will be the cutoff in June intake? So short answer is it depends on the difficulty of the test and also the competition in the test. So I'll tell you what was the cutoff in the last May intake. Jiske results came out yesterday. The cutoff went as high as 55 in one of the slots. The other slot I think was 50. So the thing one has to understand is that as intakes progress, there is more competition, more number of people taking the test, and we can only shortlist a certain percentile, right? So that's the idea, and I am expecting like a safe cutoff, if you ask me, is 55 for the June intake, but it can go higher or lower, so don't blame me for that. It depends on the difficulty of the test, Rajit. Okay, I think the right question to ask is कि पढ़ना कहाँ से है, right? And how do I ensure that I'm ready by June 15th? June 15th, how many days left? No matter if you're retaking this, Neha, you're asking, right? What was the cutoff for the NSET 23rd May? I think it was 55. अगर आपका हो गया है तो great. अगर नहीं हुआ तो don't worry, you will retake the test and you have 17 days. Now, how do I ensure that these 17 days are very focused, right? Now, the first thing that I always tell people is that there is a very, very nice focused book for preparing for this thing, which is Arun Sharma. Okay, I will put it on my screen. Arun Sharma, Quantitative Aptitude for CAT. You can order the book, you can figure out other ways to get access to the book. But what you need to essentially do is just the topics that we have mentioned in the syllabus, probability, PNC, number systems, right? You need to ensure that all of just those topics are covered. You don't need to go into any other topics mentioned in Arun Sharma. Okay. Now, the way the book is structured, क्या क्या है उसमें? देयर इज अ थियरी, देयर इज देन LOD1, LOD2, LOD3. You should try and solve till the end of LOD2. And trust me, if you are genuinely understanding concepts of LOD1, LOD2, maybe LOD3 के कुछ questions, maybe 50% of that, then you're through, right? Maths में, I'm telling you, you'll do very, very well. The other pieces, logic, right? Now, for logic, either you can like purchase a similar Arun Sharma kind of book, but the other simpler thing I think here to do is solve a lot of problems, right? So if you see this, sorry, just a second. Yeah, online test, logical reasoning test. So you will see a lot of like these practice tests. Okay, so if you take one test every day, I think you'll get a good hang of this. So at least try and finish all these 10 tests and then see other material. You'll find a lot of like material online. So net 17 days per day. I'm sure you all are free now. Advance bhi ho gaya, sab kuch ho gaya. If you can put in 5 to 6 hours per day of focused effort, right? Deep effort. So then we are looking at about 80-85 hours. 80 hours में एक focused NSET prep is very, very much possible. Okay. And you should be able to clear the cutoff. And the best part is, जो next Sameer का question है, what are the type of questions we will be asked in the interview? The best part is that in the interview, the questions are the same as the NSET. There is no other different kind of a question. Okay. तो 2 rounds of होते हैं इंटरव्यू के. Round 1, and अच्छा, by the way, let's say your result is on Tuesday. So you give the exam on, I'll tell you exactly आपका result कब आएगा. एक second. Okay, right. So you give the exam on Sunday, June 15th. Your result will come Tuesday evening or Tuesday night. Okay, on June 17th. Your interview will be on Wednesday. So you need to start preparing for the interviews as soon as your NSET is done. Don't wait for results. If you have done well, you will get shortlisted. If you have a good profile, meaning your class 10, 12 scores are good, meaning your JE scores are good, meaning some projects you've built in tech, meaning some Olympiads you've done well, you will get a profile-based shortlist, even if you've not done well in NSET. Understood? So if you have a good profile or if you have done well in NSET, start preparing for interview ASAP. Now, what is asked in round 1 of interview? And we are releasing a video today, tomorrow, which will help you prepare for interviews better. I think it should be out tomorrow latest. But मैं short में अभी बता देता हूँ. First round is an AI round, in which just the way this looks like, right? It looks like a Google Meet. Just that way, there will be an AI avatar of Anshuman who will be taking an interview. He will ask you one question. Okay. That one question is about a maths question, and then the other question is to gauge your interest in computer science. So be prepared with your answers of why computer science, why Scalar School of Technology, and how does this place help you achieve your dreams. Understood? So if you can be well prepared, practice some of those answers, you will definitely get good marks. Okay. Now, round 2 is a human interview round in which you are asked 2 questions. Okay. And who takes this interview? The interview is taken by someone who's a software engineer, who is a mentor at Scalar and a software engineer. They take this interview. It's not a roadies type stress interview. It's a normal discussion, but try and avoid taking hints, because the more hints you take, the less like marks you get, essentially. Like the more hints you unlock, but it's okay. Like if you are not able to get to, it's okay to ask for hints, but try and avoid it as much as possible. Okay, Sameer, if you have a follow up on the interview piece, let me know. I will try and answer this. What will be the cutoff? हमने आंसर कर लिया. What was the cutoff? आंसर कर लिया. How to prepare for AI interview? So जितेश, it's मतलब ना ऐसे कुछ AI interview के लिए you don't need to prepare अलग से. जैसे normal interview के लिए you'll prepare the same way. Simple है. अपने friend को बोलो कि कोई past NSET के questions ले ले या कोई अरुण शर्मा के questions ले ले, and then they can do a mock for you, right? And basically what you need to get comfortable with is आर्टिकुलेटिंग, मतलब कि जो सोच रहे हो माइंड में वो इंटरव्यूअर को प्रॉपर्ली बताओ. कि सर जैसे प्रोबेबिलिटी इन पीएनसी का क्वेश्चन है, तो देन यू विल हैव टू एक्सप्लेन सर, ओके व्हाट इज द रैंक ऑफ द वर्ड in the dictionary, right? That kind of a question. So, sir, this is what my approach is. This is what I'm doing. It's okay. Final answer, thoda bahut goes here and there is okay. But you are this thing. Please do not cheat because there is very thorough checks, and so you will end up fooling yourself only. So try not to like do any of that. Okay. चलो जसवंत का क्वेश्चन ले लेते हैं. Okay, sorry, Jaswant. Okay, since I already looked at this, Jaswant's question is scholarship only for the first year or total of 4 years? So scholarship is for 4 years. It is not for just 1 year. Okay. कहाँ गया जसवंत का question? Yes, it is for 4 years. However, to continue in year 2, year 3, year 4, your CGR needs to be above 7.5. Okay. Now 7.5 is not like some very super high. It's like जैसे बोलते हैं ना 60% होने चाहिए आपके marks. So that is a basic requirement for the scholarship to continue. Obviously, if you're not doing well in the program, your scholarship will not continue. ठीक है, Jaswant, if you have a follow up, let me know in the chat. Um, Rasipuram, Rakshita, ye clear hai, right? What are the questions asked during interviews? Okay, voices and all that is clear. ठीक है. Let's go to the next one. Shantanu is asking, sir, I got around 53 in all scalar NSET sample papers, but I am scared that the time I will give the NSET, which is in 2026, the cutoff will increase a lot. What are your thoughts on this? Can you please tell the worst case scenario or maximum extent the cutoff can go? Shantanu, look, like I think you're right that in 2026, we've seen this in the past that last year 12,000 people gave the test. This year, more number of people are giving the test. Maybe in 2026, more people will give the test. So the cutoff will go, perhaps go even higher, right? Cutoffs this year are higher than last year. Is there a safe number I can tell you? Sorry, I can't because I also don't know. What you should do is if you have one full year to prepare, then तो आप अरुण शर्मा को मतलब 2 बार कर लो. Okay. Uh, you'll find a lot of mock papers for quantitative ability. Solve as many as possible. That ensures that input level pe you've done everything, and then you should be able to do well overall. Okay. How long will be the AI interview? Thanks, Ria, for asking this. Uh, AI interview will be about 15 minutes, 15 to 20 minutes long. Okay. What was the cutoff for the May exam? This was discussed. Cutoff was for slot one of the slot it was 50, the another slot it was 55. Okay. Now let's answer this question. So guys, I see only one upvote. Can you all please go through all the questions and upvote the ones that you need the most answers to? Okay, I'm just pausing for a second. Yeah, so this one has 3. Let me just quickly check. Okay, Harsh Kumar, can you please put this question in the Q&A tab, and we'll ensure that we answer it. Okay. All right. Let's take the question of Sheshgiri and Gada. As it's a new college, lot many doubts. Is the degree awarded by Scalar School good enough for one to go higher education like masters and PhD? Asking because UGC or AICTE recognition is not there for Scalar. Do guide on the scholarship that Scalar provides. The fees is exorbitantly high. Okay. Third is by NSET exam, am I eligible for BSc honors or B computer science? Okay. Let's take this one by one. थोड़ा सा my answer might be slightly long, Sheshgiri ji, but you will understand the overall thought process. So just give me 1 second. I will talk about this in detail. Okay. So all this is related to the degree piece only. Okay. Can you see my screen? Guys, just let me know in the chat. Is my screen visible? Awesome. Awesome. Okay. So, I mean, sorry, I think there's a power cut here. Really sorry. Just Can you guys hear me? Acha, my audio is there. So I'll just turn off my camera till the power is restored. But let's continue with this session. Now here's the thing, everyone. Today, BTech as a model is fully broken. Right? Today we have 4,000 engineering colleges in India. Uh, very few, like apart from tier one, and even in tier one, computer science. Outside that, most people do not find jobs. Okay. So, what Scalar is trying to do is that it is trying to reinvent engineering education in India. Okay, by a new model completely. We are trying to reimagine engineering. Okay, I'll come to your degree question, but ये थोड़ा सा context is important. Now, this program is built in partnership with many leaders, including Rajan, who is ex Google head of India, including Dipinder, who is the Zomato co-founder. So program details, I'm assuming you know from the website, so I'll not go into that. Now let's come to the degree piece. Now, like we discussed, today traditional engineering is flawed because of outdated curriculum, limited industry exposure, disconnected faculty. But even at a premier IIT, even there, if you see, you will find that in year one there are irrelevant subjects. Even in year two, year three, the subjects, even though they are taught, they're not taught in a practical way because the faculty only will not have enough exposure. So what our model is very simple, that we want top industry professionals to be teaching students, and what should they be tinkering with? They should be tinkering with the latest technology. अगर AI के कोई latest models आ रहे हैं, we want our students to work on that and be in the process of that be industry relevant. Now, of course, degrees are also important. वो degrees को हम कैसे solve करते हैं? Degrees को solve करते हैं through parallel programs. So SST does not give out a degree, but all our students enroll in very prestigious. IIT Madras is prestigious, BITS Pilani is prestigious, and you just don't get a bachelor's. You get a bachelor's and a master's degree both in 4 years. Of course, you can do the single degree option as well if you want. Now to the question, key, of course, are these degrees recognized by by UGC? So both IIT Madras and BITS Pilani are recognized. Are these degrees considered equivalent to conventional? So things have changed since parents were, in college. Now there is NEP. As per NEP 2020, all of these degrees by law have to be treated equal to the other programs. Okay. So this is very important. This is a screenshot from the UGC website. This program is also recognized, like you can see here, the BITS Pilani program is recognized in the US. This is how the degree looks. IIT Madras, BITS Pilani. So just like a student will get a formal degree, a proper printed document is what everyone here, of course, you have to give the exam, clear the exam, all of that will need to happen. Okay. The master's degree is from Wolf. Wolf is a Europe-based university started by an ex-Oxford professor. His name is Dr. Joshua. Now, Wolf plus a BITS Pilani really makes your resume strong. Okay. And this master's degree, usually people have to spend many lakhs on getting a proper master's degree, an international master's degree. And here, a student get both in 4 years. Right? Now, the curriculum is aligned in a way that you do not have to study separately for these programs. In fact, the SST curriculum is the superset. And as you study for SST curriculum, automatically you will be able to study for the IIT Madras or BITS curriculum. This is how a general day looks like, where every sort of class is followed by a practical lab session. Okay, and classes don't happen on Saturday, Sunday. So your workload is not super high. Okay. Now, all of this degree discussion, why are we even thinking of a degree? Okay, and in general, people want outcomes, right? So, placements is one outcome that SST looks at. Now, today, a company hires basis three things. Gone are those days in which degree के वजह से hiring हो जाती थी. ठीक है? In technology, those days are gone. Today, a recruiter will look at a profile. They will basically a student has to have access to those companies. Scalar has about 1,200 hiring partners, which only Scalar has, right? And basically, we will get these companies and already getting these companies to campus for placements. And eligibility, most parents don't know this, but at all top product based companies, Google, Swiggy, Uber, Microsoft, all of these, the eligibility, as you can see here, is a bachelor's degree or equivalent experience. Okay. What that means is that BTech is not a necessity, this thing. Okay. So, from a placement POV, it is very, very clear that in top tech roles, our students will do very, very well. And I'm talking about product based companies. Okay. Our first placement report for internship is already out. We will be sharing it with all of you all shortly, and maybe we'll do one more session on it. The highest stipend is 2 lakh rupees per month, and 96% of the students are placed. Okay, average placement some 30,000, and all of that is already happening on campus. Okay, it's not something that will happen. Now, this slide is something super important for parents to understand. Okay, so please pay attention, full attention here, right? In general, is a BTech greater than BS? So the answer is no. It depends on college and branch. Let me explain this. At SST, the degree is a BS plus masters. Okay, the branch is computer science and AI. The expected placement at SST is 15 to 20 lakh per annum. Okay, internships already are at par with tier 1 colleges in India. And this kind of outcome, you know that you get in tier 1 colleges in India, placement wise. Now let's compare old IITs, old NITs, new NITs, new IITs, sorry. If you get a BTech in computer science, then maybe the outcomes are at par or slightly better. But if you get a non-CS here, then obviously the outcomes are lesser. Now, here, if I ask, is an NIT non-CS seat greater than an SST seat where you have a BS? You can't say that, right? Because the outcomes here will be better actually. अगर obviously कोई NIT में civil लेता है, mechanical लेता है, those branches do not get placements, and everyone should do their research before taking these decisions, right? Now, tier 2 college le lete hai. I won't take names, but everyone knows what those are, right? There, if you do a BTech and you even if you get a CS, the average placement there is 10 to 12, right? If you get non-CS, so there, to you know the average placements many people don't get only, but those who get is 5 to 6 lakh, and that too is in a typical IT service-based company, right? So again, do the research. So यहाँ पे, is it fair to say that BTech is greater than BS? Obviously no, right? Tier 3 पे तो the things are really, really bad. अच्छा, abroad, Stanford, Harvard, US, all Ivy Leagues there give a BS. They don't give a BTech. Okay. Coming to Indian colleges, where IIT Bombay, ISI, which is Indian Statistical Institute, Chennai Mathematical Institute, IIT Kharagpur, IIC Bangalore, all give BSc, and the outcomes here are much better than a BTech program as well. So can I simply say that BTech is greater than BSc? The answer is no. Okay, the answer is it depends on college and branch. See, one has to be very clear कि मम्मी पापा के लिए मैं बता रहा हूँ, यूजली पेरेंट्स आर वरीड कि मैं क्या बोलूंगा अपने नेबर को, मेरा बेटा क्या पढ़ रहा है इफ आई कम टू एसएसटी, ठीक है, दैट इज द वरी, और व्हाट विल आई टेल माय रिलेटिव्स. सो गाइस, अंडरस्टैंड दिस दैट your kids are going to be working. Let's say, literally, there's a student called Joe Daniel. He's working on sending a balloon to space. Okay. There's another set of students working on building a firefighting drone. Okay. And you know who teaches them? The ex-CTO of Flipkart. So do you just want a random thappa of BTech, or do you want real experiences, right? And finally, क्या matter करता है that if you want to work in a top tech company, okay, then you need the right skill set, and SST will give you that. Along with skill set, you need access, right? ऐसी ही थोड़ी गूगल में आपका हो जाएगा, आप गूगल की वेबसाइट पे जाके अप्लाई करो, हो जाएगा? नहीं होता. Those guys need to come on campus for placement. So that is the power that SST provides. So uh, net, if you are looking to excel in tech, इससे better जगह नहीं है इंडिया में आज के टाइम पे, because peer group, we've ensured that only 3.5% to 4% people get in, which means that it's stellar, right? आसपास everyone is doing some very, very interesting things. Okay. So this solves for the placements team. We have a very strong placement team. We have a 100-member placement team, which today places more than 5,000 people every year. Okay, this team that you see here on the screen. So the same team works on SST as well, because scalar ke jo volumes are much higher. Now coming to higher studies, which was actually the original question by Sheshgiri Gadaji. I hope you are with me so far. Placements तक clear, degree मैंने बता दिया, placement बता दिया. Now on higher studies, typically in India, what would you want to do? You would want to do an MBA, so that you are eligible for MTech. While you should ideally not do an MTech in India, because average placement in an MTech in India is 12 lakhs. Why would you want to do it when you're getting a higher placement at SST? But if someone wants to do it, okay, then there are few IITs which accept this degree structure. Okay, IIT Madras ke website pe, if I show you, it is very clearly mentioned that their program has the eligibility is there. Okay, so that optionality you will get. UPSC, definitely you can give any government exam, UPSC exams. Now for abroad, let's say if tomorrow you want to do an MBA abroad, so will you be eligible for that? So for that you need 16 years of formal education, and obviously through these degrees you get that as well. In fact, there is a student, Pranav, who got into top 4 US universities with this BS in data science being his only degree. So I just need parents and students to understand that the world has really changed. Okay, it is not कि किसी के पास बीटेक होता है, मेरे पास भी कितने जॉब के एप्लीकेशंस आते हैं, जस्ट बिकॉज समवन मतलब अगर 2 रेज्यूमे होते हैं, उसमें रेज्यूमे 1 is full of real experiences, resume 2 just as a ठप्पा of a BTech doesn't mean कि this guy gets the job and this guy does not get a job. ठीक है, so that is the reality of the world. A lot of our students are already abroad. This Krishna Partidar is in Apple Developer Academy, Bali. Abhinav is interning in Germany. Entrepreneurship is also something that maybe we can talk about. One of our startups is featured in Shark Tank. So वो सारी चीजें हैं. तो sorry, I know ये थोड़ा सा लंबा आंसर था, but it's very important for parents to understand, and I hope this clarifies the doubts. मैं एक बार वापस देख लेता हूँ if I have missed anything. So this was just the first part of the question. And if you guys have a follow-up on this, please let me know. Is the degree good enough? One, ये सारा तो हो गया. PhD के लिए भी you are absolutely eligible abroad. UGC recognized, we explained how that works. Okay, now to the second part. Do guide on the scholarship that Scalar provides. The fee is very high. Okay, definitely when you try to do something of quality, we are in Bangalore in the middle of all tech companies. The campus is swanky. We invest in the latest technology. We have a RoboDog, this and that. Faculty members, our faculty members are paid 7x of a regular college. Okay, so obviously to sustain quality, the cost will be there. What you need to look at is you need to look at it as a investment. मैं इसको समझाता हूँ, and then I'll also tell you about the scholarships. Just give me 1 second. Yeah. So I'll give you 2 scenarios, okay, if you can see my screen. Let's say that you compromise today and you go to a okay-ish college in which anyway average placement is not 10, but I am saying chalo 10 पकड़ लेते हैं, ठीक है? Let's say you come to a college like SST, average placement is let's say 15. Now in 5 years, your salary in scenario 1 will reach 24 lakhs. Your salary in scenario 2 will reach 16 lakhs. However, cumulatively, here you will earn 1 crore 15 lakhs in 5 years. Here you will earn 77. The difference is 38 lakhs just in the first 5 years. In the next 10 years, the difference goes to 92. And if I look at a 20-year, and your career is really 40 years, right? So this small difference here, you might think ये तो कितना small difference है, क्या फर्क पड़ता है? But from an ROI perspective, someone worried about fees needs to understand that anything good needs an investment, and this is that investment, right? Uh, of course. At SST also, if you come, you need to work hard. You need to be passionate about computer science to be able to get any of outcome like this. But this is a picture that I want parents to understand. कि यार, this is how these once in a lifetime decision needs to be made. Now, talking about supporting people for this, right? Of course, we also have a scholarship policy. It's available on our website. I'm just showing you from there itself. If you check, we have two scholarships, merit-based and need-based scholarships. On merit-based, on any of these parameters, right from your performance in other competitive exams, your performance in building projects, competitive coding, Olympiads, if you have a startup, sports, right? All of this, if you have good spikes, right, in two or three areas, or one massive spike in one area, let's say competitive coding, you're already a good ranker, then there are good chances that you will get a scholarship. For that, you need to ensure that your application is filled very, very correctly. And you can, if you've already filled it, you can edit your application also. ठीक है तो आप प्लीज एडिट कर लेना Need-based scholarship, again, it's a combination of merit and financial score. If your family income is less, you can let us know and the admission committee looks at it. However, please understand that 15% of the students get a scholarship and it's a competitive process. So just because आप documents दे दो तो इसका मतलब ये नहीं कि scholarship मिल ही जाएगा. It's a competitive process and done in a fair manner where there are uh, uh, scores given for each parameter and then we decide who gets a scholarship or not. Okay? So I disagree that the fee is super high and I'll tell you one of the reasons for that is that एक तो fee की understanding ही गलत होती है. The fee actually, the right way to calculate, one second, I'm just sharing a file to show you. UG fees 25. The right way to calculate the fees, everyone, is this, where let's say I assume the IIT Madras program, triple sharing in hostel, mess is opted through the year, final industry immersion is not in Bangalore. So the fourth year, not necessary that you will be in Bangalore, right? You could be working from home in the industry immersion, you could be in some other city. So सब जब add करोगे, the starting for a triple sharing option is about 25.26. Now, one thing to understand is this does not include the income that students will get via the internships. So, like I said, the average stipend this year has been about 30,000. So one can look at that also while doing your math. In general, I mean, there are all types of parents, right? Like there are parents who are worried about the investment. There are parents who are not worried about that. They are looking for the right experience for their students. Campus life should be good. The project, like it should really be learning by doing. So all of that is, trust me, like we are really working very, very hard to take care of that. Okay. So thank you for your question, Sheshgiri ji. I hope this was helpful. Okay, I see a couple of downwards, upwards. I'm not sure if few people are not happy with what I've shared, but let me know in case you have further questions on this. ठीक है. All right, great to see more questions coming in. Okay, so Devrat's question is, I clear NSET, but in interview, what questions they ask except math? So Devrat, I answered this. Basically, maths is one part. The other part is what we call dreams and aspirations. Usme you can prepare that tell me about yourself. You can prepare, why do you want to do CS? How do you think SST will help you do better in your CS career, CS or AI career? Okay. Hitesh is asking, sir, for interview R1 and R2, I need a double monitoring system, which means phone camera and PC camera. Yes, that is correct, Hitesh. So to ensure fairness, what we do is that, let's say I have the phone, we ask you to keep it on the side so that the AI can monitor you from both sides. ठीक है. uh, ठीक है. So this is clear. Which degree is preferred more by current students of SST, IIT Madras or BITS? So Abhimanyu, for the first intakes, right, the number is 50-50. Equal importance पे select हो रहा है. ठीक है. How many marks required to get scholarship? Sameer, your NSET marks don't necessarily define if you get a scholarship or not. Uh, I just discussed all the criteria for scholarship. It's available on the website. आप please एक बार अच्छे से वहाँ पे देख लेना. Right. So Rakshita is asking, sir, please tell me what if the question asked by the AI can't solve by me? Will I still be selected for human interview? It's very likely, like that, even if you're not able to solve the answer, but you are giving an approach, you are trying, you are attempting, then it's likely that you will still be shortlisted for the human interview. Okay. Sir, do we have intakes in July? Snehal, I don't know. It depends. It depends on the kind of applicants we have for June. Okay. One thing is sure that we do not fill batches here. Okay. Let's say कि seat भरने वाला काम नहीं है. We are very, very particular on who to offer. There's a lot of discussions that happen for each student, and that's how we decide, right? Okay. Rajat Sahu. Sir, I did not get selected in interview round in May intake, but I really want to join SST. I prepared with prep kit provided by Scalar. By the way, everyone, Scalar spelling is not Scalar. Okay, I've read it in multiple this thing. It's Scaler. Sorry. I got an idea and understood that the questions are of CAT level and also didn't have sufficient time to prepare for NSET. But as I was preparing for BitSat, that is Friday, my LR is strong. So give me a strong advice so I can make a change and complete my dream. Right. So you are essentially planning to give it on June 15th as your one more attempt, right? Is that correct, Rajit? Let me know. Yes. Okay. Perfect. तो आप पूछ रहे हो कि मुझे श्योर शॉट बता दो कि बिकॉज लास्ट टाइम आई कुडंट गेट सिलेक्टेड इन द इंटरव्यू मेरा वैसे हो गया था. तो फर्स्टली बी केयरफुल बिकॉज you have only two short interviews. You don't have a third one. So the moment your BitSat gets over, I think on the Arun Sharma LOD2s and LOD3s, PNC, probability, for these kind of topics, if you can have a friend do a mock interview with you, if you have time, do at least 10 mock interviews, 10 different questions, you explain it. Sometimes you're just not used to it, right? Like English is not polished sometimes. So just practice that, be comfortable in front of a camera. Ask a friend to join via Google Meet, and then do at least 10 is my advice. Okay. In general, if you feel that your LR is strong, Quant is slightly weak, as we started the session, I had shared some tips, right? Arun Sharma, how to solve, what to do. I think you can just follow that. As long as you do that, I am very confident that you should be able to clear the cutoff. See. All right, let's go to the next one. Okay, Harsh's question. Okay, two questions from Harsh. Harsh is asking, please, if you don't mind, how much do you expect your salary to be and how much do you get by internship? So, Harsh, I'll tell you what we have done so far and what we are expecting in the future, right? See, on the online side, which is the older programs that we are running, there the average placement is anywhere between 21 to 25 lakhs, but those are for working professional. Now, those courses are online. SST is offline, 4 years, more selective. Uh, so for the SST, the instructors, the input, all of that is much better, right, than online. Therefore, we expect our students to do equally well, but we don't set the expectations of 21, 25 and all that. What we are expecting is that our students will be doing about 15 lakhs, let's say 15 to 20 lakhs, like I showed in the previous slide. In terms of our goals, we want to be among the top 10 programs for computer science globally. Okay, internally, when we discuss, we brainstorm, that's what our goal is. In a few years, Scalar School of Technology should be the Ivy League globally. for computer science, right? And for that, we need to select very smart students, get the right instructors, create the right atmosphere in the college, which we are on track of doing. Okay. In terms of internships, there are 96% of students who are placed. The highest stipend is about 2 lakh rupees. There are some 12 students which have got offers from international companies. 5 of them are actually doing those in those countries, right? Some are remote. 5 of them are actually going to Singapore, like Bali, Indonesia, Germany, right? So that's that average stipend there is about 30,000 rupees, like I already mentioned. Okay. All right. So I hope everyone is with me so far. आपके क्वेश्चन आंसर हो रहा है अभी again like just go through the other questions and upvote it once. I am looking at Harsh's question now. Okay, Harsh is asking, hi, can you please say how I can join SST next year and will it be worth joining? Or try for it NIT or tier 3 IIT. I want to contribute to the Google Summer of Code. Please suggest me. My IIT preparation is not up to the mark that I can expect to get CSE in a good IIT or NIT. Please give your option. Please, if you don't mind, how much do you expect? Okay, the second part of your question is already answered. On the first part, I think on how you can join, it's very straightforward. You have to, everyone here, यहाँ पे कोई कोटा नहीं होता है, कुछ नहीं होता है. Everyone has to take the NSET and also take the interviews. ठीक है? तो how is very clear. Now, on your aspiration to be part of Google Summer of Code, that's great that you want to do open source coding. So here we have something called student clubs. Now there is a club which is called the Open Source Club. In fact, you should check it out on our website. If you see this campus life page, all the clubs are mentioned here. So one of the clubs is called Open Source Club, who get students like you together, and they all together like work towards a goal, maybe Google Summer of Code. The competitive coding club is, let's say, working towards ICPC. So that atmosphere you will definitely get here. Now, बिल्कुल जैसे मैं पहले भी बोल रहा था that it today, right? Maybe 10 years back the scenario was different. Today, not doing computer science is a very risky thing. Everyone knows that, right? कि the jobs in other fields are very low. Unless like you're really passionate about civil, for example. So it's okay, you should go ahead and do it. But if you're looking at a career, then the kind of outcomes are in CS. So why would you do a civil in NIT or even in electronics in NIT when you can study computer science at a proper premier place, right? So that's my take on this कि यहाँ पे ये सब कुछ होता है. Of course, you have to Harsh work very very hard. यहाँ पे it's not कि आपको सब platter पे दिया जाएगा. You will have to work hard towards achieving any of this, right? Okay. Aditya is asking, my age is 20 years and 1 month. Can I take admission? Sorry, Aditya. The rules are the same for everyone. As of वो eligibility website पे लिखी हुई है, आप उसको देख लेना. I think June है या July है. Hitesh, that is right. Exams will be from NSET itself. But वैसे ही टाइप के क्वेश्चंस होंगे. बट अंशुमन सर आपको पूछेंगे, उनका AI बेटा पूछेगा उसको. Right. So Arsh is asking, how are you expecting 15 lakh per annum package next year? Do you have companies plan to come? So Arsh, let me tell you that today Scalar places, like I said, in a year more than 5,000 people. How does it place it? Is that we have a 100-member placement team which is in touch with 1,200 companies. And जैसे ये जो internship हुए थे, for that 96 companies had come. Okay. For the final, obviously more number of companies will come and larger companies will also come. Okay, final placements, the dynamics are slightly different. So, which is why we are expecting the numbers that I mentioned. Okay. Yes. So, Abhimanyu Negi ka jo next question hai. So, on the question that, hey, who has verified these placement reports, right? So, I don't want to like we'll publicly announce it while I have the report. I don't want to share it publicly without the team's alignment. But essentially, what I can tell you is that I am Ahmedabad की जो placement reports audit करता है, the same company is also auditing our placement reports, and B2K is the name of the company, and वो reports कल out हो जाएगी, and I'm sure the team will be WhatsApping those to you as well. Right. Abhimanyu, on the gym, what happens is that every student gets a cult fit pass. Okay. So, जहाँ माइक्रो कैंपस है, उसकी गेट के जस्ट बाहर there are two gyms. Okay. So, students essentially go to those two gyms and or any other gym that they want to go under cult pass. Okay. ये हो गया. Uh, okay. So, on less than 60 in maths, you're not eligible. And even if you have an offer, your offer stands suspended. Uh, what you need to do is definitely give the improvement exam. We will have an intake which starts in September. So by that time, if your improvement exams marks are here, then you can apply. See, one thing I'll be very honest. If your class 12th maths is only less than 60, which tells me that maybe mathematics is not something that you love, right? Otherwise, you would have worked hard and like got more marks. If the case is something else, health ka kuch reason and all that, then I understand. But largely, if you don't like maths, then you will not like this program or computer science in general, because logical thinking, mathematics is about that only, right? Problem solving, logical thinking. So that you be careful of that. What are you sure you want to get into this, irrespective of the criteria that we have kept? Okay, just counseling you on that. ओके राइट. स्वास्तिक पूछ रहा है कि अच्छा, अगर मुझे स्कॉलरशिप नहीं मिली राइट ड्यूरिंग द एडमिशन, कैन आई गेट अ स्कॉलरशिप व्हेन आई परफॉर्म गुड इन कॉलेज? सो द आंसर स्वास्तिक इज यस. द टॉप 1% सीजीआर वाइज, ओके, यहाँ पे जो ग्रेड सिस्टम्स होता है उसके हिसाब से द टॉप 1% गेट अ 25% स्कॉलरशिप एवरी ईयर. ओके. Snehal is asking, is the eligibility for SST 12th or equivalent? नहीं समझा क्वेश्चन, नहीं समझा. What questions are asked तो हो गया, ये हो गया. Okay. Okay. So Gaurav's question is, I am in 12th preparing for JEE. I have done ISRO's and Microsoft General AS certificates. Will it help me along with one project for my school management system? So I'm assuming that you are planning to apply in the 2026 batch, and you are asking me that is there anything that will really help me get into SST, right? So there, I'll again share my screen and tell you what the admission team will look at. Okay. Unfortunately, we will not look at any certificates because certificates is easy to do. उसमें क्या है कि आपने बस कोई कोर्स कर लिया, तो that's not the most reliable indicator of someone who is this thing, right? So across all of these buckets that you see here, right? Let's say you seem to be someone who's interested in tech. So what you should ideally do is that using those knowledge of that certificate, build something, build a small thing, build any small project, and try to put it live on the internet. Try to host it on the app store. Try to like get real users. Okay, paid तो best है, but अगर active free users भी है, so that's what the team looks at. Second, if you have time, you can participate in competitive coding, build like a small profile there. Olympiads तो है ही है. A lot of students, not a lot actually, to be fair, few students have started startups even before SST, and we love that. So we try and like select those students as well. So yeah, these are some directional things, Gaurav, that you can think of. All right. Can I give the NSET exam in July if not in June? I'll tell you जो dates final हो गया ना, मैं आपको अभी बताता हूँ. So we have an NSET on 15th June and we have an NSET on 29th June. Now post that, we don't know yet. what the dates are, when it will be, but the dates that I have with me, that's what I'm sharing with you. 29th is the next one. I'm just checking what is. Yeah, so this is already live on the website as well. Uh, okay. Guys, can we please upvote questions? अभी फिर वो one upvote पे आ गए हम लोग. So ideally, I want to answer more questions that more people are interested in. Right. Kirti Kumar is asking कि boards में I've got 80%. And if I get a good score in NSET, will I get admitted into scalar because the seats are very limited? So, Kirti, what you need to understand is that NSET process firstly is not just NSET, right? Like NSET दिया, then there are the interviews. Interviews में बहुत सारे लोग reject होते हैं. So you need to really prepare hard for those and then try and crack it. In the interviews, does your board exam marks play any role? So the answer is no. Okay. So if you do well in these interviews, you do well in NSET, then yes, you can get in. For those who are getting in via profile-based shortlist, for them, yes, board exam marks are important. Great. You can apply for both the intakes, but it will be counted as two separate this thing. यार upvote कर दो इसका question. Lokik Lokik is asking, please upvote my question. Nabia, I'm glad that you like the session. I also hope to see you on campus and do well here. Uh, okay, Disha is asking, मुझे आए हैं 62 out of 100 in NSET. Even though I got shortlisted for the interview round, I believe the chances are slim. Moreover, I do not have a strong profile. Do I still chance? Okay. So Disha, 62 is a decent score. It's not like a bad score by any means. Uh, however, वही मैं जो इसके पहले भी बोल रहा था. Like if you do well in your interviews, then independent of your profile, it's highly likely that you get selected. Profile कहाँ पे आता है? Where there are many students who have great profiles and we shortlist them because of those profiles. Now, only in those cases do we like really look very deeply into the profile. Otherwise, the NSET and both the interviews are ways of selecting, understanding which student is good with logic, maths, and understanding of why they want to study computer science. ठीक है? So I would say that you stand a very fair chance of getting an offer if you do well in your interviews. ठीक है? Okay. Hitesh is asking, sir, in AI interview, giving answer is not important, but saying the interview and the approaches. In Yeah, Hitesh, that is correct. And R2 कब है? Good question. So let's say Tuesday को आपका ये हुआ, Wednesday, Thursday is typically R1. Okay, आपका कोई भी दिन पे हो सकता है. Mostly Wednesday ही होगा. And then Thursday, Friday onwards, you can expect your R2s to start. And Sunday तक खत्म हो जाते हैं all the rounds of R2. कोई कोई बच्चों का R3 भी होता है. Especially those who have been shortlisted due to tech achievements. बट इन शॉर्ट आपको एक्चुअली आप लोग की प्लान डेट्स बता देता हूँ बिकॉज ग्रुप्स पे ऑल्सो पीपल कीप आस्किंग सो योर इंटरव्यूज स्टार्ट ऑन वेनेसडे एंड दे एंड ऑन ट्यूसडे जून 24th and your offers will be rolled out on June 27th and you will need to confirm I think by July 6th. So these are the timelines. Okay. Okay, Logic का question देख लेते हैं. If any student, oh, finally Logic got upvotes, that's great. Thousand 2026. Okay. So Logic, हर साल कुछ ऐसे बच्चे होते हैं जिन्होंने ऑलरेडी बीटेक एक साल कर लिया. ओके, वो लोग उसको ड्रॉप करके एसएसटी आते हैं. ओके, तो very much it is possible. However, इट्स नॉट लाइक कि आपने एक साल कहीं और किया तो यहाँ पे आप सेकेंड ईयर में चालू कर सकते हो. यू हैव टू स्टार्ट फ्रॉम ईयर वन इटसेल्फ, बिकॉज you just can't compare the learning of SST year one and कोई बीटेक का year one. You will miss out a lot अगर आप directly year two में चालू कर लोगे. Please put more videos on interviews. Yes, in fact, let me just tell the team right away what is the timeline. Swaroop, what is the thing on for PI? Last I checked, I think it was planned to be made live today itself. Okay. Guys, some of y'all are DMing me. Can you put your questions in the questions tab? It will be easier. Okay. Jay Santosh, I think I'm not answering this. I've already answered this multiple times. Sir, I have. अच्छा, मैं screen share कर लेता हूँ so that everyone can see what I'm looking at. Jayant is asking, sir, I have to do profile-based shortlisting. Is it done in application form itself? And I want to ask something about profile-based shortlisting. Please talk to me, sir. Okay. So, please put in the chat whatever you want to share. I'll try and answer that. Now, to your question, the first question, you are right. जो application form है ना, in that itself, please ensure that you fill out all the details. Okay, and that will tell us how strong your profile is. Second, whatever you want to ask, put it in the chat. Otherwise, you can simply write to admission underscore SST. मैं chat पे भी डाल देता हूँ. Admissions underscore SST at scalar.com, and the team will reach out to you. Okay, for a chat in case they can't clarify your question. ठीक है. आई थिंक ये तो हमने ऑलरेडी आंसर कर लिया है, ये भी आंसर कर लिया है, ये भी. गाइस प्लीज डोंट स्पैम विद क्वेश्चंस. But mostly students after completing first year are 20 years, and how they got into SST. Lokik, no, that's not correct. 18 पे typically लोग चालू करते हैं. So 19 and a half, almost touching 20 types लोग होते हैं. ठीक है. Guys, now zero upvotes means that I'm not sure if these questions need answers. I'll wait for some time. Just go through the questions, please, once. Okay, I think the team has put up a small poll. If you like the session, if your questions are answered, let us know. If there is any feedback, let me know in the chat. Happy to try and address it. Okay, I'll just take a small. Okay, only one. Chalo. Okay, Mr. Gupta's question is, I had built and hosted a tic-tac-toe app on Play Store, which currently has a few active users. Will it help my interview to get? Yes, I think stuff like this will help. Even though few users, it's a good start. Just make sure that you mention this properly in your application form, right? Oh, sorry, I marked the wrong answer. एक बार please repost the question जिसका भी था वो. I'm a Taekwondo level gold medalist in Taekwondo state level. Sorry. Right. So, sure. I mean, I don't know the final answer. That's the decision the committee will take. But yeah, these seem like good achievements. So fill all of this up in your application form. Okay. I hope work this is clear for you. So, Ubadhya Dev, there are other parameters also, right, for scholarship. So, in case you haven't updated those and you have any achievement, let's say in an Olympiad, uh, maybe go ahead and like try and update that. But in the absence of anything, getting a scholarship for sure, that looks difficult to me. Okay, some spike you will have to show in your profile. On what basis will students be selected during interviews? Right. Uh, what are we gauging? We are gauging two things. Hey, is this kid good with basic mathematics and logic, and is there a intent to work hard? ये दो चीज चेक करते हैं. So that's what we check in the interviews. And the way we check it is math questions and then the other questions that I spoke about. Yes, Lokik, I think you can. Yes, unfortunately, we do not have a mechanism to show results right now. We are working on it. So it's not just you, for anyone, we don't have that mechanism. When will the next year intake start and should we pay 75,000 at that time? Right. Harsh, so August 4th is when the batch first starts. Then September में second intake चालू होगा. So when do we need to pay the seat blocking fee? It is typically within 10 days of getting the offer. Okay. Uh, in applying. Okay. Acha, a good question, Ria. Ria is asking that after AI interview, when will the result come out for the next round of personal interview? So, जैसे अगर वेनेसडे को आपका AI इंटरव्यू होता है, तो यू कैन एक्सपेक्ट बाय थर्सडे इवनिंग, एंड आपका नेक्स्ट इंटरव्यू अनफॉर्चुनेटली फ्राइडे को ही होता है, तो बहुत कम टाइम मिलता है, इसलिए मेंटली प्रिपेयर्ड रहना कि इफ यू हैव डन वेल तो स्टार्ट प्रिपेयरिंग ओनली फॉर फ्राइडे ऑन वेनेसडे इटसेल्फ. ओके. Can you provide me video of the session? Yes, I mean, this session is on YouTube, so you can access it from there. All right, folks, we have overshot time, but I will spend some 5-10 minutes more with you guys. I'm sure there are a few more questions that I haven't answered. Uh, maybe 3-4 more questions. How high are the expected packages for the first batch? We answered this, no? Ved? I'm not sure if you were around. If not, आप एक बार recording देख लेना, please. Uh, will I be able to get a 100% bank loan after securing admission? Yeah, I mean, many students have got 100% bank loan, and the team will help you with this. Of course, Ritesh, it also depends on factors like your family's CIBIL record, right? कि अगर मान लो और कोई लोन लिया हुआ है, उसमें कोई इशू है, तो वो factors do come in. But if the record is clean, तो then it's very much possible. Can SST perform a next meeting with the students of SST because they can guide us? Absolutely. Snehal, so you're right that students are the best people to guide. And in fact, while our team keeps on like doing these sessions, AMA sessions with students, you should not like wait for that. What you can do is we are perhaps like one of the few colleges which are fully transparent in terms of putting our students out there. So if you go on our website, and you click on our students, you will see this directory. There is some error here. I'll get this corrected. But essentially, this directory is a directory of all our students, and you can try and connect with them on LinkedIn over here. Let's say, and you can always put filters of like if you are from, let's say, Ambala as a city, right? So you will find someone, Charanjit is someone who is from Ambala and is working at Swiggy. I don't know if his profile mentions that. It does, right? So आप उनसे LinkedIn पे connect कर सकते हो. तो use the directory, connect with students, join communities. You will find some student leaders there. So that's how you can start interaction, and we'll also do more of these sessions. एक second, let me highlight that bug to the team. All right. I think this is answered. Neelav Gupta's. What is the main aim of SST, sir? Okay. Main aim of SST at an institute level is to become a globally benchmarked institute of excellence in computer science and AI. For students, what does that mean? Outcomes wise, either good placements. Second, either you start your own company here. Third is that if you want to study further, PhD करना है, मास्टर्स करना है, that इन तीनों में excellent outcomes चाहिए मैं. So that is the aim of SST. BitSat exam is on Friday. All the best for that. Yes, you can. Okay. I see some of the questions are repeating, guys. Uh, मैं एक बार देख लेता हूँ. Okay, हर्ष का जैसे देख रहा हूँ मैं. I don't have a PC. How do I take the exam? Go to a cyber cafe. Okay, and ensure that it's like there's no disturbance. Otherwise, you'll get disqualified by the AI. Video of the session is on YouTube. ये सब तो हो गया. Okay. रेलेवेंस एंड एक्चुअली डिग्री पे जो भी अभी भी वरीड है, राइट, एंड जो पेरेंट्स भी वरीड होंगे, आई हाईली रिकमेंड यू कि आप प्लीज़ एक बार हमारे यूट्यूब चैनल पे जाइए एंड ऑन यूट्यूब you will find a couple of videos. In fact, like if your parents understand Hindi, show them this video, which is talking about placement jobs degrees. If they understand English, show them this video. इसमें बहुत अच्छे से एक चीज समझाई जाती है. अच्छा, your question, your demands are met at 7 o'clock today. There will be a proper PI guide video that will be going live. So great. है ना? All right. I think we are about time here. Thank you so much. We'll be back again with one more session, AMA session next week. So please do tune in for that in case you still have doubts. Don't worry. Right now, focus hard on preparation. Crack the interviews. You will be assigned a one-on-one counselor who will help your parents understand everything, and then we can make the process easier for you. Um, all the best. I know these are stressful times for students, so many exams, so many tests to give, but all the best, study hard, and I hope to see you all soon on campus. Thank you. Thank you so much.